Okay, we are live. We are live. We're ready to go. Let me just get the volume adjusted a little bit. Okay, we're here and we're ready to go for another game. Another day at the office. Okay, we have a big game on our hands today. It is the Cavaliers taking on the Nets. A win today would see us have 9 wins in a row. And have won 13 of the last 14. If we get the victory, that is. Of course, it is a big game today. We have a tough opponent that we are currently facing. Let's have a look at the situation. Let me just have a look. Let me just get it across to the injury list. You can see that the two guys we're missing today is Seth Curry with illness and Joe Harris with some soreness. He will not be playing the road trip either against the Hawks. Yeah, I think it's one game on the road. Let me just double check that. It is. Let me just have a look. Hawks on the road, and I think it may be. I'm not sure about the Hornets game. The Hornets is also away, so Joe won't be on that road trip. So we will see him back in the new year. The starting five today, I would believe, remains the same. With Ben, Kyrie, and then KD, Royce, and Clax. And that seemed to be working in recent times. Obviously, you've got to stick with what's working. We'll put a little bit of a poll in the chat because I think this would promote a little bit of good discussion. A simple who wins poll. And we love to do it in the community tab, but those who haven't seen it, we will ask the community and let that run for the majority of the stream. Watanabe, as Brett has alluded to, probably should get a few more minutes. Those who have just tuned in, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Hope your Christmas was excellent, by the way. And you got some good gifts and used the time to spend with family, loved ones, or if you spent it alone, sometimes that's a good thing. But obviously you want to, it's all personal preference. Sometimes you're forced into it. So I hope, regardless of the situation you're in, it resulted in a good Christmas for you. But if we talk about what we're actually here for, it's a big game. It is a big, big game. Skyline, hope you're doing well, my friend, as well. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. A very tall order for the Nets because, tall front courts usually give us a few issues. And obviously we're going to be faced with that prospect today of having to deal with another similar mold of a front court, if that makes any sense, in Mobley and my boy Jared Allen. I don't think I'm ever going to hate that guy, whatever team he is on. He's just one of the lads. Obviously, we've got Donovan Mitchell, Garland. We've got... I don't know who their small forward is these days. But obviously, they've got Garland and Donovan Mitchell, and they've got Mobley and J.A. So, a very well-rounded team. All those players can contribute in winning ways. Whether that is scoring, whether that is dimes, whether that is rebounding, rim protection, all of the above. It's going to be a huge test for this Nets team, but I do think this is the game. This is the game that's going to be the big, big measure as to how far we have come as a team. Because you look at, who we played the other day. The Bucks, obviously a very good team, and they were pretty much full strength. But Chris Middleton is probably going to be playing, barring any injuries at playoff time. So probably not the best measure to see, whether or not we're the real deal or not. But this game most definitely is. They're only missing 2 players, according to ESPN, and both of those players have not really played at all this season or are getting any minutes. So, if we win this game, I do think you can put us right up there. Hopefully it's not anxiety filled, because it's absolutely scorching here today. It's like about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, if that's what you go off, and about 37 degrees Celsius. So I'm dying of heat here. If you're in America, you're probably dying of freezing cold temperatures. Their small forward is Okoro. That's exactly who it was. I mean, I get mixed up. Sometimes it's Okoro, sometimes it's Chetty. I don't really know. They got Kevin Love off the bench. I know their bench plays more than their small forward. Like, I know Lamar Stevens plays for them for some bullshit reason. I don't even know why I know that. We top 5 overall. Well, yeah, I mean, the Eastern Conference is pretty stacked this year. Both conferences are pretty even. There's a lot of teams on very similar win tallies. I mean, you look at the West, and first to 8th has the same amount of wins, I think. Let me know if you want, as the season wears on, if you want me to have like a little screen for the standings where we can have an actual look at it and see what the deal is. Just let me know in chat right now if you would much like to see that, instead of me just reading it out off a screen without you being able to view it yourself. The top 4 teams are separated by 2.5 games. If we win today, we overtake the Cavaliers and go into the 3rd spot. Boston and Milwaukee do not play, so we wouldn't be gaining if they lost. In the West, 3.5 games back from the 1 seed is the 7 seed. So it's really even over there. 9 teams above 500 in the West, and 8 teams above 500 in the East. So it's pretty, it's pretty up for grabs this season. I'll tell you that. There is a lot of competition vying for, obviously, that, that chip that is so highly regarded. Obviously, it's the most prestigious thing you could possibly get in the game of basketball. It's a very good measure of your playing career, by the amount of, rings you win. So, from an individual standpoint and from a team standpoint, it counts for so much. Regardless, I do think this is going to be a great game, though. We will be 4th overall if we win, yeah. So, this one is going to be very, very interesting. I think it's going to be a close game. I think we'll be challenged severely. It's going to be interesting to see who they put on Kevin Durant. I would assume it'd be Mobley. They've got a lot of switchability. I think Garland and Mitchell are not renowned for defense, so Kyrie's going to have to attack that. Attack the paint is what Kyrie's mindset, his mantra needs to be for the entirety of the game today. Because pulling up for threes against, those kinds of defenders that, on the interior could be prone to fouling, you've got to exploit that as much as possible. So it's gonna be interesting. But obviously, put your predictions in the chat. I'm surprised 85% of you have said that the Nets are going to win this one. Now 86%. I don't know where the confidence is coming from. Probably the fact we've won 9 straight, which would make a lot of sense. But, I'm not 100% sold. But this game is going to be very, very decisive. I've got to get the thingy up. Shit. Okay, we've got that sorted. We need to go to the main overlay. And we need to Start the clock. Now. And we're underway. The Cavaliers win the tip. And we're good to go. And it will start with Mitchell at the top of the key. Garland for 3. I don't know how he was permitted to score that with such ease. So we're underway, and the Cavaliers open the scoring. I'm going to move closer to my keyboard so it's a bit easier for me to access. KD misses, and Lamar Stevens is the guy in the starting 5. We miss our first shot of the game. Mitchell lost the handle. That is clearly off the Cavaliers, and what happens? Of course, we never get the run-of-the-mill with those calls, and it's going to be Cleveland ball on the side. And it will be J.A. receiving the inbounds, and now Mitchell guarded by Clax on the outside. A lot of switching is going to go on in this game. Mitchell doesn't shoot the 3. Garland gets past Simmons. No, he doesn't. Good hesitation. He missed the short pull-up. And it's going to be Ben bringing it up now for the Nets. Post up. Kick out. KD. Top of the key. Knocks down the 3. First points of the game for the Nets via Kevin Durant, who has been on a tear recently. Garland to the corner for Stevens. The handoff to Mitchell. The switch now. Shoots the baseline 2, and the hesitation was good. And it gave him the space he needed to put one up. So Ben now gonna look for Royce. And now Kyrie in the post. You got to attack this. Faces up and shoots the 2 and knocks it down in his face. So 5 apiece. 2 minutes gone. First quarter. And it will be Garland. The high screen for Allen. Garland drives and kicks. Stevens in the corner. Misses the 3 badly. It is short. And now we will push the pace. KD. Extra pass. Clax tried to throw one up, and the contest by Mobley was excellent. Mitchell's going to pull up for 3 and miss. To the left, Ben gets it ahead. Bold with the pass. It somehow ended up in the lap of Royce, and now Clax will hold it up. Ben will take it all the way. Lost the ball and a turnover. Allen on the end of it. Mitchell going to take it all the way. Royce, excellent job by Royce. And a tie-up is created. So we're going to get a jump ball. And wonderful work by Royce to get back and prevent the transition bucket. We're going to need those defensive plays if we're going to be forced into turnovers. Then we're going to have to, make some game-winning defensive plays like that. We win the ball out of absolutely nothing. And now Ben will feed Kyrie. KD on the outside, guarded by former teammate Allen. Kyrie, picked up by Garland. We got 3 to shoot. Kyrie stops. Going to take too long. Ben, airball. And it's going to be a stoppage in play. That's a good defensive possession by the Cavaliers. They're going to throw everything at us, you would assume. Apparently, JB Bickerstaffs did say that life is going to be made incredibly difficult. It's about making it as messy as possible. Like a really, we're going to have to be prepared for a really tough game plan that the Cavaliers are going to be looking to employ. Garland scores for 2 off the window, and the Cavaliers are back up by 2. They have not surrendered the lead thus far. Clax to Ben. He's going to take it in the paint and score the very delicious hook shot. And an excellent score by him. First 2 points for Ben. Zany boys, hope you're doing well, my friend. Mobley on the baseline, lost the ball and just deflected it out of bounds. And it's going to be net ball. It's going to be Ben Simmons, who created the turnover out of absolutely nothing, seemed a bit unprovoked, but we're obviously going to take those. Royce on the perimeter, going to drive, put up the floater, and it is good. The lead is in the hands of the Nets for the first time tonight. 4 minutes gone, first quarter. So Garland going to use a couple high screens. He gets past the defender. Allen lost the ball after they tried the alley-oop. It's a turnover. And now the Nets in transition. The kick out to Kyrie. No hesitation on the three. It's off. And the rebound by the Nets. And we will reset for another shot. And KD will miss. Ben with the knockout. And it's going to be Cavalier ball as it went out of play. So a bit unfortunate there, but you like the positivity there on the offensive glass. You know, with a front court that big for the Cavaliers, it's good to see that there's a couple, you know, there's a couple offensive rebounds up for grabs. It's exactly what we need. Clax versus Allen is... yeah, Clax versus Allen is a very good matchup that I'm loving. So now Mitchell on the outside, guarded by Ben. Step back three. Good. That's good. And I'm very scared that Donovan Mitchell is just going to go absolutely ballistic. KD now guarded on the perimeter by JA. KD nearly lost his footing. Shoots the two on the baseline and gets the bounce. Ridiculous by Kevin Durant. The lead is back up to 1. It's been a very even contest so far. Mobley's left open in the middle. Stevens, the bounce pass is no good. Oh. JA is unhappy. And Ben Simmons was a bit ferocious with the, I don't know what happened there. No, well, I believe there's going to be a timeout. Jared Allen is unhappy, and rightfully so, because Ben and Jared Allen were fighting for the ball, and then as the whistle blew, Ben just threw Jared Allen to the floor whilst both players had their hands on it, and, yeah, JA paid absolutely... well, showed no exception. I mean, fairly unnecessary by Ben, I'd have to say, on that one. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I do like the ferocity, though. It's very clear that we're not going to stand down. I'll go back to those comments by Bickerstaff, where he said that he's not going to... Oh my god. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting cheated up by the entertainment at the timeout. But what was I saying? Yeah, Bickerstaff said we're going to make life very difficult. I may actually have to get the quote back up because I think it's a very valuable quote that is really going to tell the story about how this game is going to... It's really going to tell the story about how this game's going to pan out, I do feel. If I can just get it up. Please, can I find the clip? It was basically him about saying that he's, you know, they're gonna, here it is. JB Bickerstaff said the key tonight is getting the Nets in the mud, slowing them down and making their shots tougher. So that's going to be the key for them. So I'm happy for us to feed into the that same ferocity that they're going to, you know, exude against us. It's, you know, It's you know, if we're going to win this game, we're going to be serious about it. We can't shy away from the moment. So, you know, I like that ferocity from Ben. At the same time, it was unnecessary. Sometimes you don't want to get too carried away with that stuff. But that said, I think that's really representative of the mindset. I'm close to 1,000. Well, we've still got a ways to go. So we'll stay chill. We'll stay chill. We won't get too carried away. I look, I don't care about numbers anyway, but the whole plan was just having a community of people. And 33 viewers at one time, that's fine. That's like speaking to a class, you know? So we have a second jump ball today. Allen back tapped it. Instead, right to Kyrie, extra feed, and Royce with the jam. Okay, so Karras now bringing it up. We have a 3-point lead, our biggest of the game. Mobley to Mitchell. Catch and shoot 3 is short. Rebound KD with one hand. Ben Simmons cross court to Royce. Wide open 3. He is money! Bro, he is scorching in the last few games. Ever since he came back, he had one stinker where he barely put a shot up. And, yeah, ever since that point, he's been knocking down threes at will. We have a foul, and it is on the floor. So a 6-point lead for the Nets so far. And we've looked probably the more energetic side out of both teams, I feel. The Cavaliers on the interior haven't been as strong as we are, or have been. Clax is going to go to the bench. Kevin Love is in for the Cavaliers. Levert checked in about a minute ago. Play resumes with Levert. Mitchell, catch and shoot. Nope, he's not going to shoot it. He's going to shoot a step back 2 instead. There's going to be a kick out on Mitchell. It's an offensive foul, and it will go the other way in the favor of the Nets. Excellent. Yep, and there was a little kick out on Kyrie. The closeout was perfectly fine. We're on a 7-0 run in the last minute. Ben Simmons picks up his dribble to Royce on the wing. Cross-court pass to Warren. Corner 3. He knocks it down. In the corner. Clax went to the bench. Warren comes in. A 9-point lead in the blink of an eye. We have 5 extra shots already, and that is probably the byproduct of forcing turnovers and getting those offensive rebounds. Stevens takes a baseline. He missed the layup. Allen gets the board. Kicks it out to Stevens, and they'll reset and try again through Levert. Here we go. Drives into the paint. Good ball fake. He missed the layup. Wide open, uncontested. Tried it off the window. And unfortunately, Kyrie... Okay. Kyrie goes the other way and misses a wide open 2. So a couple missing a few shots here. Very achievable shots as well. Levert, the screen set by Allen. Spin by Levert. He missed it again. Love with the putback. And they got a fair bit of size, so it's going to be, well, one of the keys of the game to keep them off the glass. KD. We've got 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. The defense has been pretty damn good, I would have to say. We've gotten stops when required. KD, Warren fakes the pass. Through the legs, pull up midi is absolutely delicious. Mitchell, excellent cross. Allen in the corner for 3. Oh my god, it hit the top of the backboard. And then, once again, as we go in transition, a turnover, unprovoked. We've got to be more composed. Simmons, the block on the 3! Pass to Warren. Kick out. KD's wide open. Nope. He passed it up. Lost the ball. Got it back. It's going to be a timeout. That was so odd. KD probably had a shot on offer, and Jacques Vaughn's just gone, alright, let's let's call a timeout. I mean, we were well overdue for one. I don't believe there's been one called by the Nets the entire game. So, I mean, an interesting sequence, I have to say. Those who have just joined us, welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing well. I hope your Christmas was excellent. I hope all was well. I hope you had some good gifts, or got some good gifts, spent the time with family, had a good meal, and that's all. I have mixed feelings playing the Nets against Allen and Levert. Yeah, I mean, it's always a tough watching those two playing for an opposition. I can't help but think if those two were on the team, well, I'm actually not sure if their fit would be as good because you got Clax and you got JA. I mean, I don't know how those two would have fit. Levert, probably a good depth piece. That said, I mean, the roster we've got currently, I think, I'm not as mad about losing those two this season compared to last season where we looked visibly less, our roster looked a little bit less, it was lacking a bit of punch. We didn't have as many players. You went 8 deep in the rotation and it wasn't looking as good as it is this year. So, I'm not as cut about it this year. I think we've got a good roster, and I don't think Allen and Levert with the current roster we've got would have worked as well. But then again, the roster would have been structured differently if we had those two. So, it's been a good first quarter. We're going to look at the box score at the first timeout. At the first break. Wow. This season, Utah is averaging 53% from 3. Joe in December is 55% from 3. And Royce O'Neal in the last 4 games is 68% from 3. 68. Yes, I'm not talking rubbish. That is 100% a fact. So, the lead is 9. It's been a pretty good start. We've got possession as well. We've been creating turnovers. The Cavaliers have been blowing a few opportunities, but Gabriel, my fellow countryman, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Not going to lie, if Clax develops shooting from the perimeter, yeah, it's going to be nuts. Oh my god! Literally, all they did from the side out was pass it to Royce, and he just caught it, shot it from way downtown and knocked it down. The lead is 12. Mobley going to post up KD, picks up his dribble, kick out to Garland, gets past the closeout. The floater is very, very fluent, and we have 2 more for the Cavaliers. They break the run. Royce will shoot it again! Oh my god. That was a bit of a heat check, I have to say. Yeah, that's the shot you pull when you know you're playing well. Mobley tries to muscle his way to the basket. He missed it, and Ben did very well to hold his ground. KD going to get it ahead to Ben. And now Ben will pass to Warren. KD top of the key. Catch and shoot 3 is off. Ben with the rebound. One more. KD's going to hold it. Ben has been excellent on the offensive glass early. Warren. Foul. +1. Excellent job. And very simple by Warren, using the experience, made Garland jump, utilized the contact that he was going to experience and just put it up for 2. So 2 more for Warren, +1 at the line, which he converts, and the lead is back up to now 13 points. The defense has been excellent. Sumner comes into the game. We just have that luxury. We've got Utah also in the game for the first time tonight. Garland going to get the ball from the handoff. Guarded by KD on the outside. He's going to drive on him. Lost his footing. Mobley with the hook shot. It's off. Rebound Garland. And there's a foul in between, and it's going to be Garland going to the free throw line after he got his own board. Ah, man. I feel like that was a foul before the shot, but I'm not going to argue with that. Probably a foul. TJ may end up being a very significant piece on our team. Well, he already is, so... no, he's an excellent piece. And he could have done one or two things. He could have either been awful and never found his footing after the injury, but he hasn't lost one bit of skill that he's got. And, you know, we're not asking too much from him. He's a bench player, so, you know, he only has to offer, you know, a solid 20-25 minutes a night, and that's enough. KD, going to shoot from the elbow and knock it down. That is money. They try to play a little bit of zone. We manipulated that, and we score for 2. Garland, the high screen. Mobley rolls, KD guarding. Mobley scores +1. And they've scored a couple, gone to the free throw line on the last few trips. And it will be a free throw for Mobley to convert the N1 opportunity. Have I kept an eye on Dante in Europe? Yeah, I think Exum is absolutely balling out in Europe at the moment. High shooting percentages, playing some of the best basketball in probably his damn life. Are they in the bonus? Yes, they now are in the bonus. So Sumner, looking for Kevin Durant, who receives it on the perimeter, guarded by Karras. Shoots for 2. Foul on Levert, and he attracts that kind of attention. And, you know he's going to be a handful. I don't know if the Cavaliers are suited to guard someone like Kevin Durant, but right now he is absolutely punishing any effort to stop him. Darius, it's a troll. It's a troll. Every single game, every single stream, the same comment of Kyrie being a bum or something along those lines. I like how we are jumping out to leads in the first quarter of the last few games. Well, that's the key. You've got to start games on a high, and you've got to carry that form through the game. And instead of playing catch-up the entire game, you're always, you know, all you need to do is just keep the scoreboard ticking, and you'll have the lead the entire way. Mobley, Chetty from the wraparound. He is trapped, and now he's forced into a pass. Love, catch and shoot 3. That is automatic. And a 3 for Kevin Love. Top of the key. This is Sumner now. High screen KD. Sumner going to take it himself, potentially. Pass to the corner for Warren, and now Clack's on the inside. And it's going to be an offensive foul. With 39 seconds left in the first quarter, the lead is 9. And Clacks with the post up. Kevin Love planted his feet and drew the charge. Put the body on the line, and usually that's going to... Those are the kind of game-winning plays you need. Garland kick out to Mobley. He's wide open for 3. He's got to hit that. He hits back iron. Get the rebound. It wasn't clean. We got it anyway. KD will slow things down with a 3-second difference between shot and game. It is KD going to drive. Sumner in the corner. Oh my god, air ball. Ended up in the hands of Love. They turn it over, and all we need to do, give it a KD, and he'll knock down the 3. No worries. 5 seconds left. They're going to let it roll. Garland's going to bring it up. Nearly lost the handle. Love shot it in time and missed it. He was just a little bit short on the 3. It wasn't fluent. That is the quarter time break. And wow, what a first quarter. Making a damn statement. A damn statement. They're slowly but surely gelling. A prime feature of Ben's game, making that happen, I reckon. Well, yeah, it's just everyone's getting involved, doing their thing. It's very cohesive team play, and confidence plays a lot into that too. I mean, we've scored, we've won 8 in a row. You know, This is not really any surprise to me. Excellent first quarter, though. Nets are rebounding. What team is this? Well, as Brett mentioned before, Jacques Vaughn has emphasized the offensive rebounding and holding players accountable. He gave them the statistics about a month ago and said this is where improvements need to be made. And currently, we're seeing that. The players are delivering. And in the past, the players weren't delivering because the confidence wasn't there. The game plan wasn't there. Now with the game plan, there is a plan that the players can actually follow and execute. It's that simple. There's more direction. The players feel comfortable in what they're doing. They believe in what they're doing. And it's no coincidence that they are, everything is working right now. Those enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support as well. Make sure to like the stream. And if you're new around here, we've got one more stream in 2022 against the Hawks, and I will be taking the last game off. The last game of the year off, which is Charlotte. Over here it's New Year's Day, so don't want to be streaming on New Year's Day. Yeah. Because I'll probably be cooked from New Year's Eve, I would assume. I'm not even sure what I'm doing New Year's Eve, but regardless. You get the gist of things. And given I've done every game in the month of December, probably about time I just take a game off and enjoy the life. Well, it turns out that I've got no time to look at the box score, so we'll look at the next time out. Granted, I think it'll happen soon. 5 turnovers by the Cavaliers. Yeah, I mean, that's how many turnovers you want to be forcing. We did that with the Bucks. We forced like 18 turnovers and they counted for a lot. So KD on the bench as per usual. You know the rotation. Warren misses the 3. So Garland gonna bring it up. Sumner defending that. Chetty Osman guarded by Utah. He's gonna find Garland. And they're gonna feed Mobley. Warren. Shot clock winding down. Warren took a shot and we're going to get an offensive foul. Warren took a shot. That's turnover number 6. And it has been an excellent defensive display. Okay, that was a flop. That was a flop. Warren did not take a shot to the face. That was an excellent acting performance. Kick out to Utah, and now Ben to Sumner. Kyrie in the corner. Gonna drive. Stop. Bounce pass to Ben. Was not on offer. And Garland with the rebound. Karras. Drive. Layup. +1. So that's an easy 2. That is one of those kinds of fouls you don't want to give away. It's a bit of a cardinal sin, but hey, is what it is. Is what it is. Karras is going to shoot 1, and Karras makes and doesn't disappoint. So the lead is back to 9. Utah backdoor cut was exceptional, and that was an absolutely excellent offensive set. It took a grand total of like 3 seconds to get an uncontested, wide open look. Osman nearly lost his dribble. Good defense, Warren. Pass to Love in the post. Ben comes to help. Kick out to Garland. Got past the closeout. Shoots the floater, and it is good for 2. So a bit of back and forth in this quarter. Sumner drives and missed the layup. He did everything right there except the execution on the shot. Levert lost the ball. Warren gets the rebound. It is now a 4v2. And somehow it worked out. I don't know what pass that was. But it doesn't matter how you do it. It matters if you score the bucket. And that's exactly what happened on that possession. So the lead is back up to double figures. Sitting at 11. Osman does not shoot the 3. Garland now going to drive on Simmons. And we're going to get a foul. And I think it is on the floor. Durant is on the bench. Alrighty, so we've got free throws, and Garland is, I believe, pretty good from the line. So that is number 1. Patty Mills getting minutes. Obviously, no Seth Curry, no Joe Harris, so that means that we're going to have to dive deeper into the guard rotation, and Cam Thomas is not the answer. Free throw is good. So Mills on the floor now. We now have a pure bench lineup aside from Ben and Kyrie on the outside. Guarded by Okoro, who is playing his first minutes of the game. 1-on-1. Kyrie bounce past Utah. Kick out. Warren. Got to shoot it. And I thought there was a foul there. I thought his arm got held. But instead it's going to be a not a backcourt. A shot clock violation. He hit the side of the backboard on the baseline runner. And it will be the Cavaliers with the ball through Garland bringing it up. So we've been pretty good so far in this game, I would have to say. This lead at 9 has been existent for quite some time. Stevens is going to be dared to shoot. He takes it into the paint, puts one up and missed it. Ben does well, but they get the rebound, and Osman is not going to get the benefit of the second chance opportunity. He missed that, and it went over the top of the backboard. So it's going to be Nets ball on the side, and Ben will bring it up with 8:50 to play in this second quarter. So Ben going to try look for Kyrie here, but they close that one out well, and he's going to take it himself by the looks. He posts up Mobley. Good move, and scores the post move, or from the post move once again, and the lead is back up to 11. And just like that, the Cavaliers' efforts to slowly, let that lead dwindle. We're back where we began. Stevens with the roll, and Ben with the excellent strip of the ball, and it's gonna be Nets ball. So another good defensive play by Simmons, and he's carrying over his good form from the last game. So Ben, is he gonna go again? He's going to kick it out to Warren. Kyrie behind the back. He's going to take Chetty 1-on-1. Cross. Jump shot. It's short. Ben with the offensive board. Mills off the catch. It's off. Ben does well again. And unfortunately, we're not going to get the rebound. Osman on the break. Oh, excellent score through contact. And Utah was trying to prevent that. However, Osman, excellent craft at the rim to get that one up. So a very good contest here. Kyrie going to try shake off Okoro. Utah now to Warren on the outside, who's going to drive down the middle, pull up for 2, and miss. And Mobley will get the rebound. So Garland is going to take it early in the offense, takes it all the way, and split defenders and scores for 2. I do not like these Mills minutes, because I think Garland is absolutely going to tear Mills up. Simmons, good move. Good move. He missed it badly, though. And now Okoro on the break. Oh, wow. That was an acrobatic layup attempt. And we're going to get a foul. And that's a smart foul. With Okoro on the floor, it would have been a 5-on-4 the other way. And we've got a timeout. That is clearly a foul. So I don't know what the discussion is by the referees. The trade Harden I'm assuming, well, the Harden and Ben trade was a win-win for both teams. Well, at the moment it is, but with those Harden talks going to Houston, I don't think there's any truth to that. But if something like that hypothetically happened, well, they're in trouble, Philly, for selling away a lot of their future like the Nets did to get a rental, essentially. The Cavaliers at full strength are basically... if we look at the box score, which we haven't done all day long, let me get the box score up and turn that off. And let's see if I can get the box score up. Wow. Come on. There we go. Okay, so you can see KD is 12. Royce is cooking with 10. Ben has 4 and 5, but he's been doing a lot of stuff on the defensive end. Kyrie has not done much like the previous fixture, but we were able to, hold our end of the bargain when that happened last game. Clax has been pretty quiet. He's on 2 personals as well. And then you can see the bench. TJ has been a pretty handy contributor. 48% from the field, 50% from 3. The shooting is going pretty well. Garland has got 15, and it has been one of those 15-point outings that I haven't really, paid much attention to. I didn't know he had 15. Aside from him, there's not really anyone who's been surprising in any way, shape, or form. Their shooting is really bad. I'm not really sure where the points are coming from. They're only out-rebounding us by 2. How many shots? We've had 4 more shots, and we're only up 7. It's a bit of a weird dynamic going on right now, but... yeah, I mean, we've been in control pretty much the whole game. So, yeah, it's a vibe. Okay. Alrighty. Man. This has been a pretty good first half, I have to say. I'm pretty content with what's happening here. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support. Make sure to like the show and subscribe if you are new. For more Nets streams going into the new year, we are doing the game against the Hawks in a few days' time. And then I'll be back for the new year fixture against the Spurs. And basically up to your discretion. Or at your discretion. I don't think that's the word. But you are the decision makers on this. Kyrie missed a free throw. I think there was a take foul involved prior to the timeout. But what was I trying to say? I'll be doing nationally televised games if you want me to. That is the... yeah. That is up to you, because obviously you can watch nationally televised games, so make sure to let me know if you want to see those as well. Sumner was looking for Clax. I don't know where the pass was going there. And that's a pretty poor possession out the timeout. So, bit disappointing there. But, obviously, defensively, we've redeemed ourselves when we haven't delivered offensively. So KD's back in the game. Obviously took a bit of a 5.5 minute rest. Allen is back in for the Cavaliers with Mitchell. Garland is not on the floor. Stevens spin. Lost the dribble. Got to give it to Mitchell. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. 1 to shoot. Very, very good defense by Royce there. I mean, he knows Mitchell's game to a T. Played with him in Utah for quite a while. So... he's going to know what's up. Clacks out to Royce and back to KD in the post. He's going to face up. Kick out for Mills. And he travelled. So the last 2 possessions have been disjointed. And we've got 6 minutes to play. We have exceeded the halfway point of the second quarter. The turnover count is relatively even now. So was, well... Mitchell just lost it. How is that not our ball? Put Cam in? Definitely not. I don't want to stuff the defense. Actually, Mills on the floor right now guarding Chetty is an interesting matchup. I would have put Mills on Okoro and put Sumner on Chetty, potentially. I don't know. Actually, no, that's probably not a smart idea. Allen into the post, guarded by Clax. Good defense, Clax. Excellent defense. Forced the miss, and it was a bad air ball. KD going to drive and pull up for two. Where's the foul there? Oh, that's a joke. Fast break opportunity for two. And the lead is back down to 5. So they've dug in. KD just doesn't get a whistle at all, man. Sumner back to KD. Gonna shoot 2 more and knock down the 2 over the top. Whew. So 42-35. 5 minutes to play. Second quarter. Stevens dead to shoot in the corner, and he knocks it down for 3. Well, I mean, that is a shot you're willing to allow with Allen on the floor, Mitchell on the floor, Osman on the floor. But still, if you're good enough to hit the shot, then fair play. Clax bodies his way under the basket and scores for 2 more. So 44-38. Clax is outplaying JA at the moment in a battle of the young Nets bigs, or supposed to be. Mitchell is going to get a couple shots. Foul on the drive. So 2 coming up. Let's have a look at that. Yeah. Just looking back at the replay on the supposed foul call, which should have potentially been called. I mean, KD was complaining about it, so it must have a level of reliability to the story. The lead is back down to 5. It has been a slow fight back by the Cavaliers, but I mean, that's really embodying how they were planning to play today. It was going to be a bit of a slow burner. It was going to be a kind of game that makes it tough for the Nets in every way. I don't like Patty playing. I would prefer Duke. I don't even know if David Duke is on duty, 2-way duty. Sumner to Mills, back to Sumner, now KD in the post, right in the corner. He's going to dribble past Stevens. He's lost the ball again. And now it's a 4-on-3. Garland pulls up and knocks down the 3. And the lead is down to 1, and we have a timeout. And I'll give the Cavaliers a lot of credit for the fight back. But at the same time, I'll give credit to the Cavs. Did I say the Cavs? I'll give credit to the Cavaliers for fighting back. It was it's been a very spirited fight back, I have to say, but I also have to say this. Right now, we are not playing a very fluid offensive brand at the moment. It is a lot through KD. Patty has got to go to the bench. I don't know how he can play for this long. You can't give him the exact same minutes as Seth. I would assume that you need to give TJ more minutes. Or Utah. How has Mills nearly played the same amount of minutes as Utah? The shooting has remained the same. It's been the turnovers that have really been an issue for us. And Kyrie scoring 2 points in a half is not good enough for the Cavaliers. Garland has really carried or shouldered the workload for the Cavaliers. It's really been turnovers and offensive rebounds for them. Nets will win, I say. I'm a Hornets fan. I mean, yeah, we're welcoming of all fans to this channel. So, doesn't matter where you're from. We're all watching the same game. So, not great at the moment. But my optimism remains the same. We are still leading, number one. I would have to say bring Kyrie back in for that flow that we had early on. I think you just have to close with the starting lineup. Because Patty Mills, man, you can't give him minutes, like, at all. I didn't actually pay attention to his plus minus, but I think that's going to be a statistic worth looking at the half, because he's just been a little bit dire. Or ever since we've come in, or he's come into the game, the lead has dwindled. Both KD and Kyrie with 15 minutes each. Yeah, we gotta lift. But obviously a timeout called at the right time. The Cavaliers have knuckled down on defense. We've got to find ways to get over this overwhelming defense that the Cavaliers are playing, and we've got Ben back in. I think it's the starting five who are going to close this first half. So, second quarter, we're shooting 38%. The Cavaliers are 58%. I mean, that sort of speaks volumes, does it not? Starting five, aside from Clax, are in the game, so we're playing small ball. KD guarded by Jared Allen. Going to shoot over the top and knock it down for two. And there you go. 2 points for Kevin Durant. So it is a luxury when you can just feed it off to him and let him do his work. Mitchell over the top. I mean, that's an excellent high arcing shot off the glass, and it is 2 more for them. And now Royce will pass to KD on the perimeter. The high screen by Royce. He slips to the basket. Kick out to Kyrie for 3. Knocks it down. And he is damaging when he can catch fire. Hopefully that 3-point shooting carries over to the second half. So now Allen. We're going to get a foul on the floor. It is Simmons who will pick it up. And Mitchell obviously is a bit of a handful. So that's a foul you probably want to give. I'd rather have Darius with plenty of points than Donovan. That'd be more worrisome. Well, Donovan Mitchell is the more... Oh, I mean, they're both damaging players, I have to say. Ben! Excellent work by Ben Simmons! Straight from the inbounds. Knocked it away. Was able to save it as he was falling out of bounds. And TJ Warren takes it full stride and scores for 2. Those are the defensive plays we need, and Ben has been delivering on that front excellently in recent times. Another miss created after Mobley misses on the hook shot. Kyrie now guarded by Mobley. Kyrie knocks it down. The lead is back up. To 9. Garland to Stevens. A bounce pass for Mitchell. And now Garland on the perimeter, the high screen. Kick out to Mobley in the corner, who is wide open, and he was badly off on the three-pointer. Ben with the rebound. We can go back to double figures. Kyrie for 3. Yes! Woo! 3 more, and the run is a 10-0 run in the last minute or so. Mitchell to respond. That is short. And now we can slow the play down or keep it moving, because currently we're on fire through Kyrie, Euro, and then he passed it away. Warren somehow found it, and he'll pull up and hit a wide open 2. The lead is now 13. Unbelievable. Whew. In 1 minute, the lead has ballooned, and the Cavaliers' good work has been undone. Wow. All that good work by Cleveland is just unraveled in 1 minute. What a stab to the heart. And now Kyrie will slow the play down. The high screen will be set by Warren. Warren will pump fake. Kyrie, good work. Faked the pass, but then gave it to a wide open Warren, who knocks down another 3. It is up to 14, the margin. Mitchell, Euro, got his feet muddled, got his own rebound, and then KD, good defense, and we get the rebound. Kyrie, 3! Yes! Oh! What? Oh my god. Literally 2.5 minutes ago, at that timeout, or 3 minutes ago, Kyrie had 2 points. I reckon he's got 15 now. Stevens into the paint. His shot is blocked. They somehow found it. And then Mobley with a good ball fake with 0.6 to play. And if it wasn't for a bit of fortune, then we would have had a very good final 4 minutes. What a damn half. I mean, talk about eventful. And we have 89 people in chat. I've never had this many at the half. But thank you for tuning in, those who are here. Look what happens when you send the starters back into the game, aside from Clax. Unbelievable end to the first half. And Jacques Vaughn's timeouts, once again, an absolute treat. Jacques Vaughn's timeouts, whew. I mean, seriously. Can just call a timeout. Cavaliers, their confidence is sky high. They're up, or they're down 1. They've come back from a deficit of about 12. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna be going into this halftime break with a lot of confidence. Let's keep this form going. Only for them to absolutely be shot to the floor when Kyrie gets going. And I feel like I sort of played it into existence when I said if Kyrie can get his 3-point shot going, then we're good to go. Yeah, that happened and then some. Jesus Christ, man. TJ's got 15. I mean, let's have a look at the box score. You know, if you're new around here, it's box score time. That's what we do. And the Cavaliers haven't been shooting the ball well from 3, nor have they from the field. Garland has been really, keeping them in this game with a solid 18 points on very good efficiency. The crazy thing is we got our biggest lead just then, which is the most nuts thing. Look at our 3-point shooting, man. 9 of 14 from the field. 59% from 3. We've had 17 dimes already, and you already know when you get 30 assists or more in a game, it's a good return. TJ with 15 off the bench is nuts. Kyrie, in about 3 minutes, scored 11. And I mean, that just goes to show when KD scored 20 in 3 minutes against Detroit, that was like something you'll never see again. I mean, Kyrie just took the game over in the last 3 or so minutes. We already have 4 players in double figures. KD's got 16 on good efficiency. TJ, 15 on good efficiency. Kyrie, 13 on good efficiency. And Royce, 10 on good efficiency. Kyrie made his last 4 shots of the half to get him up to 13 points. And, I mean, to be able to have Kyrie not score more than 2 points in a half, 1 bucket, and then in the final 2 or 3 minutes scores 11 to really beef that lead up. Do I root for the Nets because Ben Simmons is on the team? No. I followed the Nets religiously since the 17-18 season when I actually have no idea why. I think I followed them before, when the Paul Pierce era happened, which was the dumbest thing alive, and I wasn't really that invested then, but then I went full on when the Nets won 28 games in 2017, which was an interesting decision to say the least. Can I say it's paid off now? Yes. KD just moved to 15th for career points. yeah, I mean, what an achievement. He's going to keep continuing to climb up that scoring chart. Utah has got good hustle, but he needs to be more aggressive defending the basket. He's 2 meters tall. Well, look, Utah's only played 7 minutes, so he hasn't really needed to do too much. Ben has been a really good performer in the last couple games, and for some reason, the man is shithouse when we play lower opposition, and that sort of correlates with the Nets as a whole, playing down to opposition. But in games like this, Ben really thrives. He's got 3 offensive boards. His effort on the offensive glass has been unmatched. He's already got 2 steals and a block as well. He's a team high plus 22. TJ Warren's a plus 15. Sumner's a negative 10. Mills is a negative 8. So the bench is not really doing bits. It is very clear who or what the closing lineup needs to be. Do check out SofaScore. They've got a very handily arranged box score. I will keep that in mind for the future. Thanks for letting me know. I'm worried about Utah's hamstrings. Well, I mean, obviously, as I just said, only needed to play 7 minutes today so far. And 7 minutes isn't going to really overwhelm the hamstrings unless they're absolutely made of, glass. So, look, I think he should be okay. But the shooting has been excellent, especially to close out the half. The free throw number is a little bit of a problem, but obviously, with aggression, there'll be more free throws, hopefully. Cavaliers have had 8 free throws, so we've done well keeping them off the line, forcing misses. That's where the lead has arisen. We're out-rebounding them as well. Only the 5 offensive boards for them, which is good. And we've created 9 turnovers. Ben has really been at the forefront of that as well. We've had 6 of our own. Probably a need to lower that number in the second half. But overall, an excellent first half. And I would have to say, we've just got to keep knuckling down and basically keep on doing what we're doing, really. It's not really rocket science. I mean, we've seen what works, and what works is just being engaged. Offensively, defensively, find the open shot, or the open man for the open shot. And then on the defensive side, just remain locked in and undisciplined, or disciplined, should I say. We don't want to be undisciplined. It's good vibes. We are playing like a team full of confidence, and we're playing like a team that has won 8 in a row and are going for 9. 13 of the last 14 would be the figure if we win today. The Nets are contenders, but only if they are fully healthy come playoff time. They are loaded. Well, you're seeing it here. All these bozos that keep saying trade for Kuzma, trade for Turner, trade for Collins. Well, people haven't said trade for Collins, but I've seen Kuzma an awful lot. Why do we need Kuzma? Bro, our wing rotation is loaded. And people are saying, well, we need more wings. Well, you can either get a wing or you can get a center. Is there a need for a center with the rotation we've currently got? I don't know. I've seen Kuzma so much on Twitter. So much. I'm baffled. The minute you get someone like Kuzma, you lose Warren minutes, you lose Utah minutes. I mean, potentially the burden goes off KD a little bit, but give KD the minutes. I mean, he's going to be overloaded at points, but, we've got a couple... I think we've got like a 3-day break against... Or, well, it'll end up being the Celtics soon. Yeah, I think it'll be the Celtics just before that game. And that's a perfect time to get a 3-day break because, obviously a big game. I don't know who we're playing before that. Actually, I can have a look here. Oh, it's on the 13th. So we played the Heat, and then we have a 3-day rest before we play Boston next up. I heard Joe, Seth, and a pick for Vooch and Caruso. That is never happening. They're not gonna... That would never work. That's a lot to get Joe, Seth, and a pick. You know, Vucevic and Caruso. Caruso, I reckon, alone is going to take a bit to get. Vucevic, I mean, I'd rather start Clax over Vooch. And I don't think Vucevic is going to want to play backup center minutes. We need another center. If Clax gets hurt, we're in trouble. That is the key. Yeah. I think a center is it. And look, my number 1 pick is Jakob Poeltl, I think. The only wing you would get is, and this would take so much to get in, OG. That's the only player I want as a wing, or that's a wing. Yeah. I only want OG. If we don't have the assets to get OG, it's just not possible. But if we're talking players I would dream of having, OG on this team would be nuts. Imagine having a team consisting of Kyrie, Ben, Royce, Clax, and KD. And you also have OG. Royce would go to the bench. And if he's not... Well, we're seeing what happens when he's got, rest under his belt and he's rejuvenated. He's knocking down threes like it's absolutely nothing. So he would be a valuable bench piece. Warren, Utah, all off the bench. I don't know what it would take to get... OG. We're not getting OG. I'm just hypothetically just saying. That would be nuts. But Jakob Poeltl, you could probably... I reckon you'd have to package Cam Thomas. I think you'd have to package Cam Thomas. I think that's probably the go. I don't know, it's an intriguing situation, but I've been adamant on this from the very start. People asking me about trades and me on Twitter seeing people want trades to happen. I'm like, what are you talking about? Why? We're seeing what's happening at the moment. The only argument you could say is the regular season is not the postseason. The postseason is a different ball game altogether. So what happens in the regular season, I mean, it's irrespective of what's going to happen in the postseason. And that's where you probably need to, you need a future-proof for those moments. But, yeah. Sumner at 16 versus Indiana, and I was hoping that would be the start of something. Utah slumping as well. Utah isn't even slumping, he's just not getting minutes. Sumner's been, he's been meh. I mean, I don't really have much to say. But yeah, if you want to get a center, I think you have to go to the Spurs and ask for Jakob Poeltl. I think he's achievable. The Spurs obviously are tanking. I don't think it would take a shit ton to be able to rake him in. I could be mistaken, and the Spurs may rate him a little bit higher than I am. Than I am, but I think he's a pretty gettable option. And look, he's fairly limited in the fact that he can't shoot, but if you want rim protection off the bench, then you know, you can do that. The problem is, like, pairing Ben with him, but at the same time, Ben and Clax has worked pretty well. So, I mean, that could also be an alternative. I don't know. It's an interesting one. Jock Landale, I've seen that one thrown around a fair bit as well. That's a budget option. I don't think... If you can give up like a second or 2 seconds for Landale, then, I mean, cool. Like, that's another achievable trade. You don't have to give up really any capital. But as for the Suns, how does that benefit them? Why would they do that trade? That's the only thing. Achievable factor? Yes. Why would the Suns do it? I'm not sure. As a Japanese person, I'm very happy that Utah's topic is being discussed on this channel. Well, yeah, I did do a video on that, and I do think a lot of Japanese support has come from that channel. Or from that video, sorry. We returned. We actually got a point added to our total, so we must have had a 3 that was actually first written as a 2. Kyrie for 3 again! Yes! I mean, seriously, we might as well have not had that halftime break because we've picked up right where we left off. So Mitchell now to Garland. The lead is now up to 19. And Mobley scores for 2+1. He was just too tall for Royce, and it will be a shot for him. They're not really using Jock. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know enough about the Suns to know if they would do something like that. I mean, it's not like a game-changing piece, so potentially. Nick Richards, I mean, that's another good option on a team that probably isn't looking to win right now. And he actually has, you know, he's got some offensive skills, so could be alright. They're just some budget cheap options that are probably capable. KD now. Bounce pass to Ben. Oh! Clax! Oh my goodness, just plucked it out of the sky and threw it down with one hand. That was absolutely nasty. And then Donovan Mitchell knocks down a 3. That was a really satisfying way to knock down a 3-pointer. So we've had a few highlights early. Kyrie is feeling it. That 3-pointer was absolutely not on. He's better on the catch and not when he's trying to create the 3-pointer. Stevens in the corner. He can shoot it if he wants. He's not going to. Mitchell shoots instead. We went under the screen and he knocks it down. The lead is back down to 12. So a couple 3-pointers here early for Mitchell, and that is fairly easy. A 9-2 run to commence. Excellent find. Kyrie is met at the rim by J.A. and it's going to be the Nets on the side. So a good defensive stop by the Cavaliers. It was a good pass by Simmons. And then, you know, equally good defense. So, you know, you can't complain with that. KD, a 2 over the top of J.A. is off. It was a good contest. And now Stevens in transition. Stevens missed. Allen with the putback dunk. And we're going to get an early timeout by Jacques Vaughn after the Cavaliers go on a cheeky little run. I believe it was an 11-2 run. So, wow. A pretty eventful start to this third quarter. The lead is 10. It was out to 19 after the Nets made their first bucket of the third quarter. But obviously the Cavaliers are a good team that will respond. So we have to be conscious of that. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support in more ways than one. We are pushing towards that infamous 1K. So if you want to subscribe and show your support that way, you're not obligated to do so, but if you want to, you can. And like the show if you're enjoying. If you have any suggestions as well for the stream, make sure to let me know. Because obviously I want to make it better. So if there's any way to beef it up a little bit more and make the experience a little bit better for you with this coverage, then make sure to let me know. So an early timeout, Donovan Mitchell had a bit of a quiet first half by his standards. He has scored a couple three-pointers early in this third quarter, so probably need to stop that. In other news, the Houston-Chicago game has been playing for under 5 minutes, and the Rockets are up 18 on the Bulls. 18. 23-5. In completely unrelated news, 23-5. Şengün's got 10 and Jalen Green's got 8. They have not missed. And, well, for the Bulls, they're 4 of 11 from the field. So, granted, that's not absolutely hideous, but if you're conceding 90% from the field, yeah, you're cooked. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen in this third quarter. I'm G'd up. And we've responded every time we've been challenged. So we've just got to remain level-headed. And once again, we saw what happened, what happened last time there was a timeout called. And it only resulted in good things. So hopefully that continues further. Alrighty. I'm amazed that your predictions with the live poll right now is whatchamacallit, is so lopsided. 91% of you were saying that the Nets are going to win. Granted, some of those were pre-game predictions, but interesting. Kyrie, KD's going to shoot a wide open 3. And he knocks it down. That's just purely automatic. If you're going to play zone, you've got to just make sure that KD is not on the end of the final shot. And he was there. And we're shooting at 67% from 3. We've made 12 of them. Mitchell to respond. Nope, it's good defense by Clax. It was a highly contested shot. And we've got a double dribble. Why is it so difficult for us to pass half court without turning it over? Man. Ultimate Truth is saying 113.98. I'm assuming that's your final score prediction. If you're right, I mean, I've got to give you a medal or a certificate or a prize or something. I mean, because that's all it warrants. We've got not a foul. We've got a reset on the side. It's going to be Mitchell passing it in on the baseline after it was deflected out of play. Stevens to Garland. And now kick out to Stevens. Catch and shoot 3 is off. Rebound Kyrie. Royce, is he going to pull up for 3? Nope, he's going to pass across court. KD in rhythm. Yes! Oh my goodness gracious me. Woo! Kevin Durant, try stop the man. We're shooting 70% on 3-pointers on 20 attempts. Mobley's left open for 3. He's off badly. Kyrie with a strong rebound. And KD is going to bring it up. He's going to pull up again! Oh my god, that was a heat check. That was such a Detroit level... Detroit level shot. Mitchell kick out to Stevens again. And this time he knocks it down for 3. And a response was needed and they knocked that one down. So Ben's going to bring it up. And we're going to... Oh, gee, they were looking for a very bold pass. KD trying the backdoor cut. That was absolutely not there. Garland into the paint. He lost it. And it's going to be a foul or an out of bounds. I think it's going to be an out of bounds call. No foul on the Garland drive. So we'll be Mitchell on the side. And I think I need to sneeze. I'm literally going to tear up. Mobley. Excellent. Simmons again. Stripped Mobley of the ball on the drive. And now Kyrie trapped to KD. He's going to hold the play up and direct traffic. Cross on Mobley. Cross again on Mobley. Cross again on Mobley. Lost the ball. Royce didn't shoot the three. Why did you not? He's going to shoot the layup. Missed it. And Clacks with the rebound and the reset. Excellent offensive rebounding in this game. Once again, Kyrie nearly lost his dribble and then turned it over. Too much overuse of the ball. Mitchell no look to Garland in the corner. He missed it badly. Clacks with the rebound. KD now to bring it up. Ben, cross court. Kyrie down the middle. Lost it again. Clacks down the middle. Off the window. He's good. And we're going to get a timeout. And Clacks with a celebration as he heads to the bench. And once again, the Vaughn timeout has not only stabilized the Nets after the Cavaliers had that momentum, but it has also allowed the lead to go back upward. So it's been another excellent coaching display by Jacques Vaughn, purely on the back of his timeout calling. We have been in control for much of this game. The lead is currently 15. If we look at the box score, you will see, well, you won't see yet, you will partially see, Mitchell has scored a couple threes. You can see the shooting overall. Mitchell has shot it at a high volume. They've dared Mobley and Stevens to shoot, and it's really worked out extremely well for the Nets. You can see that's the shooting splits for them. And we're shooting it absolutely ballistic right now. Kyrie's got 17 after having 2 to about the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. And KD's got 22, and they're both shooting it lights out, especially from 3. Just an absolutely amazing offensive display. It is an absolute pleasure to watch both of these guys at work. And just this team generally, man, they are fucking absolutely amazing at the game of basketball. It is mind-boggling to me, like, how gifted they are. And granted, they've been in the league for quite some time, but even when they entered the system, granted, I wasn't a fan at the time. I mean, you're seeing how damaging they are right now. It's nuts. I was thinking the Eastern Conference, I really want the Jazz to win the West. I mean, the Jazz have really fallen off since those early season, successes. Nets need to play the Celtics again when they are all healthy. That's probably... Well, I mean, we're only a couple weeks away from that elusive matchup once again. On the 13th. As we mentioned, that matchup will happen 3 days after the break. Or it'll be a 3-day break and then that matchup. So we should be very energetic and lively for that game because of all that rest we'll be getting in those 3 days. Nearly a turnover there. Good defense by KD. And now Donovan Mitchell on the outside. He's going to shoot over KD. And he misses again. KD with an excellent defensive contest. Equally questionable was, though, the shot selection by Mitchell. So now KD. Alley-oop! Oh, it's going to be a foul on Osman. It's going to be Ben shooting a couple. It was a good find by Kevin Durant. Ben was hit on the arm as he went up for the shot. KD blocking Donovan's vision without jumping. Yeah, I mean, he's an absolute tower. So, I mean, that's always going to be a tough shot to put up. So we've got Karras in the game. Mitchell going to go to the bench early. Looks like Clax is going to be grabbed for Warren. And this lineup worked an absolute treat in the back end of the second quarter. So it's going to be Ben shooting the free throw. After he missed number 1, the lead will go out to... Nope, it won't. Rattled around the rim. Free throws off for Ben. Garland to LeVert. And now Jared Allen. Oh, gee. Ben going for the steal. And Jared Allen with a little bit of theatrics. Which I envisioned... Or I can envision him doing in a Nets jersey, probably because he did do it in a Nets jersey a few times. So Garland on the outside. To LeVert. Cross. Held up well. Osman now. It's going to be a foul on the floor. Royce will pick up the foul with 3 seconds left on the shot clock. We bypassed the halfway point in the third. I wonder if Steve Nash watches the Nets games. Well, if he did, he probably would be depressed at how well they're doing right now, because obviously we know how the performance with him as the coach went. Oh my god! Jared Allen had a wide open dunk. It nearly went through the hoop, but bounced out and he was hanging on the rim, so it's going to be a basket interference. I don't know how he's managed to mess that one up. I think Ben Simmons, with the active hands, potentially worried him out of the dunk. KD will be going to the free throw line to shoot a couple. And we'll see what he's able to do at the free throw line. Small, hope you're doing well, my friend. So we've got free throws for KD. The Cavs are not a scary team like they say. Well, they may be scary, but not scary enough. At least at this point in time. I don't want to jinx things. So the lead is 16. A point here would send KD to 24 points and get the lead out to 17. KD gets the bounce and it will be 2. So the lead is 17 as mentioned. The Cavaliers have scored 3 points in 4 minutes. And I would like to attribute that to Jacques Vaughn. We're going to get a reach-in foul on Warren. I don't know where the foul was, but good defensive activity again. So, 5:22 to play. And it's going to be Osman. Now LeVert on the outside, and Garland will get it here. Mobley in the paint. Shoots over KD, and that was so fluent, that motion, that it didn't even make the net move. KD, high screen Clax. KD dribbled it off his foot. Otherwise, he had a runway to the rim. LeVert in transition. It's a 3-on-2. Garland. And it's going to be a foul on Kyrie, who jumped after the hesitation by Garland. And Clax soared in to make sure that that ball had no chance of going through the hoop. So it's going to be Garland with the free throws, and it's going to be a chance for the Cavaliers to cut it down to 13. Free throw 1 is good. Second free throw is good. It's 13 the margin. Final 5 minutes of the third. Kyrie is trapped. Corner for Warren, who shoots the three. He was dared to shoot it. He missed it. Levert in transition. What are we doing here? Levert going to roll it out. Garland's wide open. And Garland misses the three. And Clax gets the rebound. I mean, you got to score those gettable shots. If you are Cleveland, Kyrie misses badly. And Garland stood on the sideline. It's going to be Nets ball on the side. And we get another opportunity. It's been those second chance points that have really put us in good stead here. I mean, we've gotten so many points from that outlet. I mean, it's... You know, that's potentially one of the big differences in this game. KD's going to slow the play down. Bounce past to Clax. Nearly lost it. Shoots the layup. And scores for two. He worked that one out extremely well. The lead's up to 15. Garland. Guarded by Clax in a mismatch. Could you say it's a mismatch? Garland rolls it out to Chetty, who misses the three. Love's got to chase it down. He gets the board. Kick out to Wasman. Drive. Good work, Utah. It's going to be Cavalier ball. Utah did well there, though, to keep his feet, remain stable. And Chetty put himself into a bit of a bad situation there, but luckily they get a second chance at it. Garland. Kyrie still in the game. Garland shoots a deep three and knocks it down as the shot clock expires. I mean, can't knock down the wide open threes, but can hit those. Don't ask me how. And obviously the Cavaliers ended the second quarter on a really bad note. They're going to be wishing or hoping that they can finish the third on a high. TJ Warren, though, looking to ensure that doesn't happen with the putback there. And Garland just hit the floor and we're getting free throws. Absolutely hate those fouls that are called. So it's going to be free throws for Garland. The lead is 14. And as much as the Cavaliers have, you know, put in the work in this third quarter, they have only, well, let the lead go down by 2. After it was a 15-point lead at halftime. So Garland's free throw is good. And the lead is back up or down to 12. So KD, Kyrie, TJ, Clax, and Utah. The 5 on the floor. KD. And now Warren fakes the handoff. KD. Oh my god, that was fluent. Clax fights on the glass. KD! Oh! Somehow we end up with the offensive board. And we've got 2 more shots at the free throw line. I mean, our resilience on the offensive glass, I keep stressing it. But right there, like, we weren't in a position. Like, there were 4 Cavalier players in the paint trying to get the rebound. We had 2 and somehow win out. Usually it would be the absolute reverse. But this is a new, reinvigorated Nets team. Sumner is in the game. 2:55 to play in the third quarter. It is imperative we close this quarter out the exact same way that we have been playing the entirety of this game. KD splits the pair, and it's back to 13. Levert, the switch now. Clax guarding. Levert drives, step back, nope. Forced into a pass. Garland drives on Sumner. Good defense. Better offense. Where the fuck was the foul there? It's going to be 2 + 1. Let's have a look at the foul. What? That's a simple layup. He didn't even hit him. What are they looking at? That is a joke. Those points could be ever so valuable. Garland makes the free throw. Garland's got 28 in the game. Wow. Sumner. Cross court to Warren and our KD. To Sumner to the corner for Utah. Back to Sumner. They're playing zone. Excellent bounce pass to Clax in the dunker spot. And he scores 2 more to get it back to a dozen. Final 2 minutes. We are fast approaching. Garland in a switch with KD. Good defense. Good KD. Good KD. Jared Allen is closed out. Osman for 3. That's off. Warren, good tap to Clax for the rebound. It's a KD. Will he pull up for 3? No, he won't. He will slow the play down, get the tempo slow. There's no need to rush. Warren, Clax into the paint, and he missed it. No foul there. Good defense, Levert. He's the only one there, and they turned it over. What an absolute farce. They squandered the opportunity, and it is 2 points for Edmund Sumner. Excellent defensive possession, but you can't help but think that Garland really missed a trick there. So Levert to Allen, and now Garland. It's going to be a foul on Sumner. Allen plowed him over as he was trying to roll to the rim. It's going to be free throws for JA. Can Royce take some more shots? Well, Royce is on the bench right now, so he's probably not able to take any shots from there. We've got just over a minute to play. It's going to be Allen with 2. A pretty bang average free throw shooter. And the first free throw is good. That was pretty fluid. So Okoro and Mitchell into the game. Garland will go to the pine. Get an early rest. For obviously some big late game minutes, provided the lead doesn't balloon whilst he's on the bench. JA makes both. And play will resume with KD. So the Cavaliers are perfect from the line. They've had 16 attempts. Utah down the middle off the window is good. And the lead is up to 14. Any possible attempt to fight back by Cleveland is always prevented by a timely Nets bucket. Karis LeVert into the paint, wraparound pass. Allen's going to shoot the mid-range and miss. The rebound by Allen. He missed it. What the frick? It's going to be shots for JA. KD will pick up the foul. Allen doing a smart, or making the smart play to maneuver to the basket and, test the interior defense of the Nets, which obviously is a little bit ropes when we play small ball. JA with a miss at the line. That's number 1. Those who are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support in more ways than one by liking and subscribing if you're new for more Net streams in the new year. We have 35 or so seconds left in the third quarter. Allen misses both at the line, so might as well be an empty possession. And KD will bring it up and hold for 1. No 2 for 1. We're going to look for the most high percentage shot. KD, Sumner, shoots a mid-range, missed it. Utah, nearly with the putback. Mitchell does well. And unfortunately for Utah, he nearly was able to recycle the possession against the odds, but it is not going to be the case. The Cavaliers will have 14.2 to work with, and we'll see what they're able to muster here. Love checks in. Garland back in for 14 seconds. Garland's going to let it roll. So Garland's going to pick it up now. Sumner guarding on the outside. High screen Love. Switch. Garland. Good defense. Clacks. The putback is good by Love. I do believe it was. And we got 1 second. Katie's not going to damage the stats. And I don't know why the shot clock reset. But that is the third quarter. And as much as it felt like the Cavaliers at times had their way, we've done well to limit the influence. They only made inroads by 3 points. We'll look at the box score now, and we will see. Kevin Durant's got 25. Nearly all 5 players, once again, for the second straight game, in double figures. Warren was 17 off the bench, basically compensating for what Ben hasn't done. Clax in the third quarter did well. He didn't even have a point in the first half, so he's done really well there. So yeah, it's been a really good show. A really good showing. And the shooting splits haven't really gone down either. 54% from from the field, and 59% from 3. Granted, we didn't take too many 3-pointers in that third quarter, so we probably want to do a little bit better in the last. Garland with 28, Mitchell with 15. So Mitchell, apart from those 2 3-pointers he scored early in the third, we did very well to stop him beyond that and limit the kinds of high percentage shots that he probably wants to take. And you can see the shooting splits aren't all that ideal. KD's age is showing. I mean, the guy's already got 25, 8 boards, 5 dimes. I reckon he's got a block or 2 in there as well. No, he doesn't have any. But the impact is very much there. I mean, I wouldn't say any form of age is showing here. But right now, the team is in a good spot. It is our game to lose, ultimately. We're in charge of how this game ends up. Fitness, I mean, the guy still plays upwards of 30 minutes. Basically every single game. So, I mean, when he missed that game against Indiana, he had the most minutes in the entire league. So, I mean, he's not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. Alrighty, we got 1 quarter to play. It's hanging in the balance. All those who are new here, who are tuning in for the first time today, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your engagement, and your comments and your, basically all the support. It's been excellent in the month of December, so thank you to all those new and current that have tuned in at that time. Levert is fouled to start the last quarter, and it will be free throws for Karras. We're running a really shallow rotation in this second half. Basically a 7-man rotation, to be honest. Levert's first free throw is good. KD is the only player of that height with that soft touch. Yeah. I mean, he's got the ability of like a point guard when it comes to that. Karis Levert's second free throw rattles around the rim. And the lead is back down to 10. Ben. Well defended by Okoro is Kyrie, who gets it now. Fakes the pass. Now he passes to Ben. Utah catch and shoot 3 is good. Utah the shooter. Let's go, dude. And now Levert. Can he respond? Kicks it out to Okoro for 3. It's off. And Royce with the rebound. Ben. to Kyrie. On the wing. Guarded by Karras. Step back 2 on the baseline. And 1! Woo! Let's get this bread, Kyrie. Karras a bit unintelligent with the closeout. And Kyrie falling to the floor. Knocks down the 2 swish. And we've got a free throw to come. To get it back up to 16. A very comfy 16. It has been roughly at this margin for a lot of the game, I would say. It's been above 10 for quite some time. Donovan Mitchell. Switch. To the corner for Okoro. Drives baseline. Reverse is good. And that's an intelligent score by Donovan... No, not Donovan Mitchell. Okoro. O'Neal to Irving. Top of the key, guarded by Donovan. Step back 2. Oh my god, man. This guy is ridiculous. Donovan into the paint. Kick out to Okoro again. That's off for 3. Royce with the rebound. And now with 10 minutes to play, Kyrie from the logo! Oh! Can't believe people saying he's not an all-star. Well, I did see someone say on Twitter, they posted the all-star lineup they thought for the East. Kyrie was not involved. The man has scored like 23 in basically a little over a quarter. And to those just tuning in now, you are witnessing an absolute masterclass from KD. Well, you're not. You're looking at me witnessing a masterclass and reacting to it. I mean, it is just a work of art, bro. Just... Mate, the fact he could pull up from basically the logo and just fucking flush it from the outside. I mean, that is... You gotta have an incredible level of skill to knock down a 3 from beyond 30 feet. Just pull up like it's nothing that early in the shot clock and the rest is history. I mean, the lead is 19. We're having a great time here at the moment. And if this isn't proving that this team is not to be messed with, but to be respected by the entire NBA world, then I don't know what is. First the Warriors, and sure, that was cool and all, because the Warriors are no one, and we won by 30. Then we played the Bucks, and you're like, it's an 18-point lead. This is... Or an 18-point win. This is good. But they didn't have Middleton. So, that's not good enough. We go to Cleveland, and with 10 minutes to play, I'm not saying the game's over, but we're up 19. We've been in control the entire way, and that is with their best team. Their best team. Aside from, if you want to say that Robin Lopez being out is the game changer, I mean, Robin Lopez should be playing the point. If Robin Lopez was playing the point, I mean, seriously, Garland and Mitchell have nothing on Robin Lopez at the point. But, you know, I just have no words. This is what I was dreaming of when we got KD and Kyrie in the first place. You know, we've got the complementary pieces that are contributing. We've got the main players contributing. We've got the chemistry. We've got a competent coach. Everything is going right at the moment. Please, I pray to God I didn't just jinx everything and we're going to lose the game now. Garland, Chetty on the outside. Good defense. Chetty the floater uncontested. That is good. And 2 points. So 17 points the margin. Ben will bring it up. They're playing tight defense. I mean, if they're going to make inroads, they have to now. Ben to Kyrie on the handoff. Ben, TJ, that pass was way too saucy. All he needed to do was lightly pass it to him, and we would have had an easy 2 under the bucket. Garland drives baseline, nearly fell out of play. Osman for 3. He knocks it down in the corner. And this is the comeback that I don't want to happen, but was flagging. They're on a little 5-0 run, and you sense if they score again and we don't, Jacques will call a timeout. Kyrie is trapped. He gets it to Royce. Cross-court pass for Utah. Catch and shoot 3. He is money! Oh my goodness, man. Utah! Levert on the wing knocks down the 3 without the net barely moving. So now Ben. Every single chance. Oh my god. Utah is absolutely feeling it. Oh my god, what a piss take. What a piss take. Bro, it's literally so over. Utah tried a 3. It hit the window and landed in the lap of TJ, who was wide open for a mid-range. I mean, you can't make this up. TJ gets the rebound. Everything is just falling in our lap. It's just the vibe at the moment. TJ gonna drive it on Mobley. The Euro hanging for 2! Oh my life! Garland gonna stop. Mobley, the excellent spin and slam. The lead's back to 16 for the Nets. And Watanabe is exactly what Iron Eagle said. I mean, that guy is an absolute gun at broadcasting and what he does. Kyrie for 3. He is absolutely crazy for shooting that. Granted, I wouldn't have been surprised if he hit it. Garland with the acceleration, and Royce is not quick enough to keep up. It's going to be free throws for Garland again. Those who are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support by dropping the like and subscribing if you would like to stay notified for more streams that I do, much like this. The next game we're doing is the next Nets fixture, which is the Atlanta game in a couple days. Hopefully, we're riding a 9-game win streak going into that one. I would like to make it 10. But obviously, we're living in the present. I stress this so many times. You can't get carried away with what's happening at the moment. We've got to get the job done. Because things can change rapidly. 7:29 to play. Clax is back in the game. Garland, the free throw is off. Rebound, Ben. So KD will bring it up. The high screen set by Ben. The switch. And now KD guarded by Osman. KD lost his footing. Past the Clax. Flips one up. Missed it. And Allen with the strong board. Garland for 3. Knocks it down over Ben. And you already know, as soon as that happens, Jacques calls a timeout. So, once again, it's a masterclass by Jacques. Every single time Jacques calls the timeout, good things happen following it. So, just to, bring a level of calm back, because the game can get away if you're not careful. Teams can go on a 10-0 run, a 12-0 run very, very quickly, within 2 to 3 minutes. We're still up 12. Well, they've gone on a little bit of a 5-0 to 7-0 run, and every time the Cavaliers knock down a 3 in transition, after we miss a shot on the offensive end, it always feels like a a Jacques Vaughn timeout is incoming. And, well, we see it on full display here. I may quickly just show you the box score, just for vibes, and then we'll quickly go back. You can see that's what we're looking at right now. 3 players above 20 points. TJ, I reckon this is his best game in a Nets uniform. Utah has really delivered in the second half as well. That's 6 players in double figures in this game. So, I mean, it's not over yet, but offensively we have been incredible this year. How is Joe Tsai going to let Kyrie walk after this year? Well, it's a team option, so we don't know. I mean, if we hypothetically won a chip or made the finals, you can't get rid of him. You can't. That would be probably the dumbest business decision you could make if you get rid of him. If we made the finals, like that would be the most brain dead move a GM could make, a GM and an owner could make. So, 109.97 the score. I'm loving TJ. Katie will get Kyrie a contract. Well, yeah, it's going to be a really interesting situation to see how it all plays out. I mean, obviously, we've got a long way to go in the regular season. Let's just hope all plays out well. Okay. 7 minutes to go. Hanging in the balance. We've had control for the whole game. Well, basically since the first quarter. Let's see what was drawn up out of the timeout. KD. Excellent read by Mobley. The turnover, and now Chetty. To Mitchell. The spin. The pull-up for 2. It is well short. The offensive rebound for Allen. And the reset for Donovan. The high screen will be set by Osman for Garland. 3 over Clax is good. And the lead is down to 9. Garland has been on absolute fire. That is a flop by Chetty. KD catch and shoot is money. And just like that, the crowd is silenced. And the lead is back up to 12. Every single time we're being challenged, it looks like the Cavaliers are going to make inroads. We do exceptionally well to respond immediately. Garland is wide open again. No, he's not. Garland. Allen rolls. Foul. And it's going to be 2 shots for JA. And given his free throw percentage, I mean, that's pretty favorable if you're a Nets fan. Who is Garland eating off of? Well, he's shooting 3-pointers over basically everyone. It's basically off the dribble 3-pointers over players like Clax. And that's no mean feat. It's just good shot creation. I mean, I can't really fault it. It just comes down to him being a good player. Utah is back in the game. And given Garland is playing so well, we've completely forgotten that they've got Donovan Mitchell as well, also on this roster. So, a 10-point lead. Kevin Durant will bring it up. And you already know when you need a bucket, you can count on Kevin Durant to get it done. He gets in the paint, he shoots a baseline jumper, and in trying to stop KD, you're going to do one or two things. You're either going to give the bucket away, or you're going to give the foul away. And unfortunately, on this occasion, Mobley's closeout was the wildest closeout I've ever seen in my life. So KD going to shoot a couple free throws, and that's not what you want if you're a Cavaliers fan. KD makes number 1 at the free throw line, and that is going to be... Well, these are going to be some crucial points. We're just, we're just slowly reinforcing that lead without even points needing to be taken off the without any seconds having to be taken off. Oh my god, Garland trying to shake off Utah. It was a good move. Clacks with a good contest on the help, but it is 2 more for Garland again. He has, I don't know how many points he's scored in a row for Cleveland, but it feels like the last dozen. KD is fouled on the floor, and if the Cavaliers are not careful with this kind of defense, they may get the Nets into the bonus relatively early. You don't want to be doing that at this point in time when you're down 10 with 5 minutes to play. Clacks to KD. On the outside, guarded by JA. Shoots a 3. Oh my god. Are you taking the piss? Actually, it was a deep 2. But regardless, the lead is back down or up to a dozen again. Both teams are shooting 67% or higher. Oh, that is such a good move by Garland. A high arcing shot off the window. And the Cavaliers are shooting at about 67%. We are shooting it at 75% from the field in this last quarter. It is an insane number. So as much as the Cavaliers have been flourishing offensively, so have we. KD again! Why would you shoot that? Garland! Oh. It was not clean, the defensive rebound. We nearly got on the end of it. It's going to be Cavalier ball. KD, I mean, I cannot stress how much I would be impressed at you knocking down shots top of the key, but can you please just get to your spot? Don't take that bullshit 3-pointer and wind down the clock. Just please. Oh. That was very ropes. Clacks with a block after Garland got fouled. It could have been argued as a goaltend. Was it on the way down? I'd argue it was right at the apex. So it could go either way. It's going to be 2 free throws for Darius. I swear to God, all you need to do is just play smart. Don't take the bullshit shot. Don't take the bullshit low percentage shot. Take a high percentage shot involving all 5 players in the offense. Garland missed free throw 1. A big miss. The second free throw coming up now for Darius is good, and the lead is back into single digits. Kyrie picked up by Garland immediately at the inbounds. Garland is 40. Kyrie, high screen Royce, the switch, and now Donovan Mitchell made Kyrie lose his dribble. He got it back, and now with 6 to shoot, he drives. He lost the ball again. Oh my life, man. You cannot play ISO. If we concede a bucket here, we have to call a timeout. That's an excellent strip by Donovan Mitchell. And Kyrie, I mean, we've got to get into a proper offensive set and move the ball, because all that was ISO. So the final 4 minutes to play. I don't know where TJ Warren is. This is an interesting lineup we've rolled out. I don't know what's going on here. So we've got Ben, Utah, KD, Kyrie, Clacks to close this one out. The ultimate switchability lineup. We're calling a timeout with 3:48 to play in the game. It has been one heck of a contest. Oh boy. I just can't deal with this. I cannot deal with us playing ISO ball and just letting the lead diminish. As much as I like to see KD and Kyrie knock down good shots, I can't say it's going to be Oh, I can't say three-pointers is the shot you need to be looking for. You need to go in the mid-range, I do think. And granted, the Cavaliers would probably collapse. They may collapse the defense if KD try to shoot a mid-range. So there should be three-pointers on offer. It's just about finding the man. So yeah, right now we're just not being smart. The last couple possessions have just been straight ISOs, and it's no coincidence that the Cavaliers potentially are making inroads because of that. We're getting bad offensive possessions, and the Cavaliers offense can really dig in before we even set up. We've got 3:48 to play. It is Cavalier ball. I was about to say Hawks ball. That's next game. Alrighty, so Chetty Osman on the side is going to inbound it to Garland. They're trying to get it there. Clax nearly stole it, and now the switch. Garland, the floater, is good. We cannot stop him. And now Jacques Vaughn, after about 3 seconds, calls a timeout. So now we're going to look at the box score because, I mean, I've done enough talking, have I not? Let's let the box score do the talking. KD with 32, Kyrie 25, TJ 21, and you can see 10 each to Clax, Utah, and Royce. The Cavaliers, it is basically Garland or bust. Garland has 42 on excellent splits. Donovan has not scored since early in the third quarter. Mobley's got 12. It has been Garland, and that is it. And a few good contributions off the bench. But I tell you what, I mean, I don't know how they're still in this game. They just will not go away. But then again, good teams just show that persistence on a regular basis. Alrighty. A win today would see us go into the 3 seed. And half a game behind the Bucks. We'd also be, I believe, 2 games behind the Celtics. Garland, I'd take Garland over Donovan. If you're saying Donovan is inconsistent, I'd say Garland is also. I feel like they can't perform on the same night. Alrighty, so 7-point game. Granted, every time the Cavaliers have come back, they have not gotten closer than this. We need a good offensive set. KD and Kyrie pass it between one another. Kyrie going to step back for a mid-range 2, and he knocks it down. And that's the bucket we desperately needed. Now it is time to get a stop. And in case you're new around here, there is a chant where I don't stop saying stop, and we get the stop. I'll do it for the next play. Allen! Oh! Nearly got the roll. It sat on the rim for about 5 seconds, and unfortunately it just hasn't gone the Cavaliers' way when it's come down to little things like that. So it's going to be 2 shots for Garland. No, Allen. Allen makes number 1 under pressure. And as long as we keep the scoreboard ticking over and get stops when it matters, we'll be okay. Allen's second free throw is good. The lead is 7. Pass it in. Thank you. Kyrie, going to get it past half court. And he is guarded by Mitchell. Switch, and now he's guarded by Mobley. KD is getting harassed. It is a foul. Thank you. I mean, it's so blatant, bro. What a joke. I mean, that's a very good foul to give away, though, at the 3:01 mark. You commit a foul in the final 3 minutes, and the next foul is going to be in the bonus. Granted, both teams are in the bonus anyway. KD, cross, gets to the bucket, layup, and it's a block. Nope. It's going to be a offensive foul. And we're going to do the challenge, I think. Osman. Ah, that's a tough one. Osman, I don't know if he was stable. Because you could say it's a blocking foul, you could say it's a charge. A charge? I mean, this is a big challenge regardless. Jacques Vaughn, I mean, Steve Nash is never doing this. He is never, ever doing this. He's saving it for the final 10 seconds. You never know when you're going to need a challenge. Typical. But Jacques Vaughn knows that timeouts, I mean, calling a timeout now for a challenge, it's going to be huge in the context of the game. You win, you got the 2+1. You lose the challenge, or you don't call the challenge at all, and it's going to be Cleveland ball the other way, a chance to get it down to potentially 4. So, a very, very smart timeout. Let's see what the call is. I don't think it'll be overturned, but I'm being optimistic here. Let's have a look. No, they're putting the headset back on. So I'm hoping that this is going to go our way. Wow. What a way to return after Christmas. They just couldn't get the game over and done with early, could they? They're taking a bit of time. Let's see what the call is. They're still going. Still going. We got 2:52 to play. This is a big, big call. It stands. Alright. What did I really expect? We never win challenges, so... Alrighty. It's going to be an offensive foul. KD's got 5 fouls with 2:52 to play. 7-point lead. We need to get a stop. And I'm going to employ the stop chant right now. I'm going to compromise the actual play-by-play to do this. But usually it works. Here we go. Stop. 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 Good defense! It's the chant, baby! The chant works, bro! We get a stop. It was a contested 2 by Garland. Irving forced the miss. We can ice the game if we can score here. Ben gonna drive and kick. Royce gonna drive and kick. Kyrie in the corner. He's got to shoot. He shoots the 3. Oh! Kyrie! Final 2 minutes. 10-point game. Garland. Stop. Oh, KD's fucking fouled out on the back of that. KD's gone. Fuck. Okay. And that makes the job a little bit more interesting. KD's going to have to go with 1:54 to play. It's a soft foul to concede. Who comes in? Warren, potentially. I mean, it is a foul. It's going to have to be Kyrie. Kyrie scored that clutch 3 in the corner. Let's see what happens here. If you're enjoying this stream, make sure to show your support and also subscribe to the show for more Nets streams like this. Alrighty, here we go. 1:54 to play. We're going to have to play it without KD. We're up 10. Garland will get 2 free throws to cut the lead down to 8. And Garland makes number 1. Garland has been an absolute machine. I literally bit my gum there. Ouch. Okay. 1:54 to play. 9-point lead. And the bucket is good. We've just got to keep the scoreboard ticking. Defense gets a little bit easier for Cleveland now that they don't have to deal with KD. Kyrie is trapped. He passes to Ben. Gets it to Warren. Missed the shot. And they get the rebound. Mitchell clacks with the jump ball. The tie-up. Excellent defense. And it should be Claxton winning the jump ball. That is an exceptional defensive possession. Unbelievable work. To stay vertical, just remain composed. And what a brilliant defensive stop. I mean, that is a winning play. We've got to win the jump ball now. It would be huge in the context of the game. All those who have just tuned in, we have a game on our hands. KD has fouled out. It is an 8-point game with 1:34 to go. There is not much time left, but there is plenty of time left. The tip is won by Clax. Excellent job. And all Kyrie needs to do is not turn the ball over. They're going to trap. Kyrie gets it to Royce. He fakes the pass. Please don't turn it over, Royce. Don't turn it over, Royce. He gets it to Warren. 8 to shoot. Lost the ball. Got it back. Turned it over. No! It's a 6-point game. Get it across halfway. Get it across halfway. Kyrie. He can pull up for 3. Nope. He's going to be sensible. Plays keep away. Kyrie. Literally, everyone's chasing him. What? Turnover? No! For what? He scored the baseline too, but I don't know what happened. What's it for? It's a turnover. I didn't see what happened. They said it was a travel. He must have shuffled his feet right at the end of the dribble. And now we're in trouble. Well, we're not in trouble, but we're... It's getting really ropes now. Oh my god, they're playing aggressive. I mean, they've got absolutely nothing to lose. The stop chant is gonna have to be in full force now. Let's have a look. Yep, he shuffled the left pivot foot. Oh, for God's sake. For God's sake, man. We just can't have a game without anxiety. The good thing is there's under a minute left. The bad thing is that it is a 2-possession game. And there's plenty of time for 2 possessions. They've got to remain composed here. Got to remain composed. And as much as Kyrie's the most gifted guy on the court, you have to pass the ball away from Kyrie. That's where all the attention is. We were so close. He would have gotten a 2 if that call wasn't made. It would have been an 8-point game. It would have been very handy right about now. Right about now. Alright, it's Mobley on the side. Let's see what they've drawn up out of the timeout. Mitchell. Guarded by Ben. Garland. Stop! Stop! He scores it. 44 seconds. Oh my god. Please, for the love of God. Please, for the love of God, do not let this go to 1 possession. Inbound it. Kyrie gets it. Gets it past halfway. It's a foul with 3 seconds having elapsed. This is going to be the longest minute of all time. This is going to be the longest minute of all time. Kyrie hit the deck on the sideline. And it's going to be free throw time for Kyrie Irving. And usually he's pretty reliable from the spot. Under pressure though, humans can falter. Let's see what the free throws have in store. Free throw 1 is good. We need a timeout? No, we don't. We're not the ones that need the timeout. The Cavaliers need that timeout. They're going to have to use it at some point. You know, it's... If Kyrie makes this, they're 2 threes away from tying it. 3 2-pointers away. So they're going to have to use the time wisely. Kyrie's second free throw is good. And it's going to be Mobley bringing it inbound. I'm just going to say stop a million times and it should work. Stop. 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 Clucks with the block! It works! The chant works! Kyrie maneuvers through. Royce got it now with 20 seconds. Are they going to foul? It's going to be a timeout with 20.6. And mate, the chant works, bro. The chant works. Just yell stop a million times and somehow it breaches the playing arena. They are hearing me. They're hearing me, bro. Every single time I've said it, we get a stop. I'm absolutely mystified by this witchcraft as to how it works. Clacks with a couple huge defensive plays about a minute and a half ago of game time. He was able to force a jump ball which won possession for us after Mitchell drove to the rack. And then that huge block. A huge block to basically put us in the best of hands. Are all these fouls really fouls? They have 24 free throw points to our 9. Well, yeah, there's probably a few that are questionable, but for the most part, there's been a couple on offer, and quite a few free throws have come from the bonus. Oh my god, I'm literally shaking in my seat. This always happens. The anxiety, man. This team, I mean, if we end up going far this season, I'm just not going to be able to cope, am I? Ben, inbounded to Kyrie. He's going to try dribble it out. He gets through half court. TJ is going to be fouled with 13.8. And we should have this game in the bag. 2 points would probably settle this. I mean, the Cavaliers have 1 timeout remaining. They're down 6. This would make it a 3-possession game and probably would seal it with a make, and he does that, and it looks like this one is going to be game over. We're going to do the post-game as well for 5 or so minutes, and then I will be off. To those who have tuned in, thank you. Thank you very much. This is probably the highest amount of people I've ever had in one of these, so thank you for tuning in. It has been one eventful game, I have to say. But it is all smiles. After the final minute and a half was a little bit ropes with KD off the floor having fouled out. Another great win, amazing. We're on top of the league right now, so unexpected, honestly. Well, yeah, I didn't expect a drastic change like this. I didn't think when we were going to get Jacques Vaughn, we were going to go on a 10-game win streak. I did not think that. Sorry, 9-game win streak. And it will be 10 if we can beat the Hawks. And if we beat the Hornets, it'll be an 11-game win streak going into the new year, which is exactly what you want. Thank you for giving the play-by-play. That is absolutely no worry. No worries. It's not done yet. I don't want to say it's over till it's over, but granted, time is absolutely not on their side. It would be it would have to be an absolutely apocalyptic collapse. I don't even know if that exists, but I'm saying it right now. Our record is 12-3 when there is a game with 5 or fewer minutes and the score is within 5 points. In other words, a clutch game. Oh my goodness. It is a scorching hot degree day. That doesn't make any sense. A scorching hot day where I'm living right now. It is sweltering, and this game has made me sweat even more. with all this anxiety happening, man. Seriously, spillage with 13 seconds left. Come on, just... Mate, they're just going to put a shot up and that's going to be it. Just let the game end. For God's sake, man. Our last month is impressive. Literally after Nash is out and Kyrie returns on the court. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Foot on the accelerator, basically, in the month of December. And it's correlated with players performing, cohesion, and all not, and all that. I'm not even in the US. I'm in Australia. And it's, well, in America you have a winter Christmas, and in Australia you have a scorching hot Christmas, which I don't know which one I prefer. But yeah, for days like this, you have to have the fan on the highest setting available. Utah, Royce and TJ have given, they've given exactly what we've needed. Mobley's not going to be able to pass it in. He does. Osman with the turning three is off. Ben with the rebound, and that's going to do it. Another win. Win number 9. We have won 13 of our last 14. What a damn run. This is the longest win streak we have had since 2006. To those going right now, make sure to show your support on the way out and subscribe if you're new. We'll be back here in a couple days. But we're going to be doing a little bit of a post-game. Wow. What a game. Let's have a look at the box score to end things off. Because I've got to head off. But you can see KD with 32, he fouled out. A good all-round game from him. 32 to Kyrie, hit some clutch buckets when required. 7 threes is huge. And then TJ off the bench, 23 and 8. That is his best game in a Nets uniform. Wonderful to see. And then Utah with 10. And you can see the shooting splits. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. 57% from 3 and 60%... Oh, no. 60% from 3 and 57% from the field, which is absolutely ridiculous. The Cavaliers, well, if it wasn't for Garland, this game would have been over a lot earlier. He had 46 points and 8 dimes. Mitchell had 15 and was pretty inconsistent throughout the night. And you had a couple good contributions around, but their shooting did not compare to ours whatsoever. The turnovers and the offensive rebounds, they ended up with 10 of those, and we actually out-rebounded them by 5. Obviously, not a lot of defensive rebounds to rake in for the Cavs, given how many shots we were making. It was really... the difference was made with the turnovers. We forced 12, which was... Obviously, at the half, it was looking like it was going to be much higher than that. And we ended ourselves with 15. So, 9 turnovers in the second half arguably left the door open. But you can see, I mean, Clax with 2 blocks and a steal. Ben with 3 steals. He came up huge at times. And you can just see, apart from Clax, who was a negative 16, I mean, Ben plus 23. I think it's very easy to see Ben as probably, you see the 4 points, the 9 boards, the 8 dimes, and you're like, yeah, well, it was a pretty meh game by his standards, but 3 steals and a block and some excellent defense at times. I mean, it's unbelievable stuff. And we're going to need contributions all round from every player. I don't know what... It may come differently for some other players. Like Kyrie and KD, you know what you're going to get? Shooting. Clax, you're going to get rim protection and a handy source of offense when you need it. Royce, I mean, hit some threes early. Ben, I mean, you're seeing his defensive activity and his, basically all-round play. And then off the bench, even TJ Warren with his shot creation and offensive rebounding, that was excellent by him and Ben. And then Utah essentially played the same role as Royce except it was basically mirrored in the second half. So overall, a wonderful performance once again. I mean, I'm ecstatic, and I did say that games like this is going to absolutely tell our story. It's going to say how good we are overall. Yeah. I mean, to those people saying that we needed to execute trades ASAP, well, I don't see why you would. Don't fix it if it ain't broken. It's that simple. So look, it's been great to see us absolutely flying. This is probably the best I've ever seen us play. And the roster at the start of the year wasn't... I mean, it looked incredibly dire, but the wins just keep on flowing. It is wonderful to watch. Hopefully we can keep it going on... is it Thursday, I think? I'm not 100% sure, but... make sure to join me for that game. It should be really good vibes. I'll have a look at the chat before we head off. We're starting to play more complete games versus partial ones. Yeah, well, this game, every single time it felt like the Cavaliers were taking control, we responded. So there was never really a time where the Cavaliers held command, besides maybe the end where the crowd got involved and it was a little bit scary. When I've started to watch the streams, we've always won. Well, maybe it's just a little bit of an omen. I don't know. Second game in a row where Ben topped the plus-minus. Well, yeah, he's just doing the little things. And obviously, defense isn't a measure on the box score, but he is delivering in that department exceptionally well in the last few games. I think that the only question for Marks now is what to do with Joe. I would keep Joe. I just think, why not have more shooting? I mean, look, if you're going to flip Joe, you might as well flip him for a big, but that's the only circumstance. And even so, I don't think that's necessary. I think we've got the personnel to get it done. Unless Clack's had a long-term injury. That's the only problem. Eastern States, Vic. Big difference from last year. We've got good wings. Well, we're just much taller. It's that simple. We've got Utah. We've got TJ. Joe is essentially a new player. Or he's... he wasn't even playing last season, so he's essentially a new addition. KD's playing maybe the best basketball of his career. And yeah, you've got contributions all over the shop. Royce is also a contributor as well. So, we've got a little bit of everything from every single player. They offer something different. It's going to be difficult for teams to handle if, they've got to... they've got to cope with three-point shooting. They've got to cope with mid-range shooting. They've got to cope with inside scoring. They've got to cope with rim protection. Defensive activity. We've basically got a very well-rounded roster, and at the start of the year, we got absolutely... Well, Nets fans absolutely obliterated Sean Marks for, the job he had done. I never had doubt in Sean Marks and what he could achieve. I was just like, get rid of Nash. He's not a coach. It's that simple. It didn't take a genius to work out. Of course, sports fans are bound to be reactionary. On this stream, I'm hoping that we can have proper, spirited, rational conversation and separate ourselves entirely from Twitter garbage and nonsense. But I'm very happy with what the stream's been doing in correlation with us winning. The stream is winning alongside the winning that's happening with this Nets team. So thank you to everyone who's tuned in, who's new, this and that. Cavs didn't win because they didn't have LeBron. I mean, I don't really know what to say about that, but LeBron is just... He's... I don't even know what to say. What do you call it? LeBron's just an absolute machine. I mean, his durability is nuts. I don't really have much more to say than that. LeBron doesn't play for the Cavs now, so I don't have anything to say. Nash is a good, polite man. Yes, not a coach. I'm sorry, but it's true. Well, Jacques Vaughn is everything I think we wanted Nash to be. Nash was brought in to manage relationships. Too bad he couldn't actually coach. Jacques Vaughn can coach. He's had experience in the past. Granted, it was a pretty bad sample, but he's proven me wrong. He's proven a lot of people wrong. I was very skeptical when we hired him, but Sean Marks is looking like a genius with this this hiring of Jacques Vaughn. He's not only managing relationships and the chemistry is sky high, but we're actually playing good basketball. There's no drama. And look, Steve Nash may have fallen victim to the drama, but at the same time, I mean, you know, it's just great. I don't have to worry about bullshit takes by national media sources. We can just play our game, and that's that. These refs were calling crazy shit. Well, irrespective of that, we still won the game, despite the free throw disparity. And we keep on proving people wrong. I think that's just the most amazing thing. You know, in seasons gone by, we've sucked. And, you know, the criticism we've gotten has been warranted. I've been critical of him. I've said we're shit, this and that. But we've been able to simply, you know, knuckle down on all those things that we've been shit at in past seasons, rectify them with personnel and game plans and tactics, and it's all showing off now. Difference between coaches is the accountability. He even showed them their box out stats. It's simple stuff like that as well. Yeah, so no, it's just great. It's just great to see. Accountability is one big thing, because you're just going to keep persisting with things that, you know, have been mistakes, and not realize they're mistakes because you're not getting pulled up on them, and you're not getting held accountable by them. You know, so look, I'm not going to get caught up, should I say. I'm not going to get caught up in referee calls now. The game's done. We can say what we want about referees, but it's not going to change things. The big thing is we won the game today, and we're just continuing to fly. It was all about just, you know, being given wings, and now we are soaring. Before I leave, the standings now see us sit in the 3 seed. And we are half a game back from Milwaukee, and we are, not half a game, 2 games back from Boston. Both teams above us are 5-5 in their last 10, and we are 9-1. We are chasing. We are really fast approaching that 1 seed, that elusive 1 seed. So, I mean, I'm excited for it. Let's keep on going. Let's not be content with what we've got. As much as 9 wins is awesome, let's go for 10, and let's go for 11, and let's go for 12, and then 13, and keep on going, and keep on going. We've got a very favourable run of fixtures. You can see them on the side, this side actually. You can see them on this side. The Hawks, the Hornets, the Spurs. 3 very winnable fixtures. We can beef up our record a little bit more. And then we've got some big tests in the Pels, the Heat, and the Celtics. So those 3 games are going to be really season-defining or team-defining, much like the last 3 games have been. It's going to be interesting to see how that all pans out. But thank you for tuning in. I've got to head off. I will be back here for the next game. We will see you then. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all hanging around as well. 54 people at this time after the game is excellent. So thank you for your good vibes and positive energy, and keeping the chat lively. Your comments, your likes, your subscriptions, all is appreciated. We want a nice little community, so that's slowly manifesting. I mean, we've already got it, but it's all about growing it and making it a really fun community to be in. A really healthy and fun community. That's going to do it. Thank you for tuning in once again. We will see you in a couple days, but that'll do it for me. Have a good one. We'll see you soon. Peace out.